the tricks and things that I have, I don't look at them as tricks. I do have some tricks, but most of them are necessary tools. A lot of the thumb things, I can't play what I hear without it, because I hear those rhythms, so I need the technique to play. If I'm playing by myself, I hear more than one note at a time. I hear chords, so I need to learn how to play it. And then when I hear chords, I hear the melody at the same time. So I need technique to do that. But when I'm playing with a band, which is what I do most of the time, I'm a bass player, and I support other people. And that's what I enjoy. To me, the bass and drums are like the mother and the father of a family. But it doesn't mean they're more important, because the kids are just as important too. So, but the bass and the drums have to work together to support the rest of the band. And just like the parents of a family, they want their kids to grow up and be better than them. So the bass and the drums are that way. We want to support the band so that the horn players and the vocalists get all the attention and shine. That's our goal. And the people that can do that the best get the most work. And creativity is individual. Like for many years I worked at an amusement park. I worked at like a recreation park playing music in Virginia, United States, a place called Busch Gardens. And I was playing in a country show, country music, and we had to play the same show 4 to 8 times a day, and they didn't want to change it at all. I had to learn how to be creative in that arena, you know, within the confines of that show. How could I be creative? And I found ways of doing it. So it challenged me. So it's sort of like being creative in prison almost. There's ways to do it. It may be easier with my own band or playing solo, but sometimes that's too easy. Sometimes you grow more when you confine yourself. I realize that I make music. The instrument doesn't. But the best way for you to hear me make music is with a 4-string fretted bass. For you to hear how musical I am, I need a bass. I need a 4-string fretted. And I can play any bass, but I'm more comfortable on my bass. So just like clothing, it doesn't matter what clothes you change into, you still look like you, right? But if you have to wear a tuxedo, maybe you're uncomfortable, but you still look like you. And there's a place for the tuxedo. But when you want to be comfortable, you put on jeans, a shirt, right? So music is the same way for me. When I want to be comfortable, I play my 4-string fretted bass, right? But if the music wants something different, or maybe you hire me and you want something different, I want to make sure I can do it. So I want to make sure I'm comfortable with a 6-string, a 5-string, or a fretted, or upright bass, or keyboard bass. I want to make sure I'm ready. But if I get the opportunity to be comfortable, I'm going to play my bass. Okay. But the thing is this is my thought, is whatever we're learning to do, we want to do it naturally. If you interview, you want to be natural. If you drive a car, you don't want to be tense and focused, you just want to be natural. If you play music, I don't want to be focused on the bass and my fingers and my technique and my theory. I just want to be natural, right? The word natural means to be like nature. That's what it means. If you're natural, you're like nature, having the characteristics of nature. So when we're trying to become natural, whether we know it or not, we're trying to be like nature. Like when we look outside and we see the trees, no one had to teach the tree how to do that. A bird didn't have to go to a music school or a music camp to learn how to sing. A beaver doesn't have to practice chewing on trees and making dams. They're just born knowing how to do it. They're natural. Well, humans are natural also. But a lot of the times we abandon or overlook our natural abilities. So I think that the most natural thing on the planet is nature. So if we want to become natural, we should pay attention to nature. The bass is my method of playing music. But most people's focus, they get stuck at the bass. and never get through to the music part of it. Maybe they do a little, right? Like a kid playing air guitar. It's about playing, it's about emotion. That's proper way. But a lot of times when you learn a technique, all of a sudden now you're stuck, right? So playing bass can be natural if you're playing music.